the best loophole in a negotiation is when somebody is so fixated on price. A lot of people is, money is the most important damn thing to them. And I mean, if it's a halfway reasonable price, be willing to pay what they asked you for. Be willing to give them that and say, hey, if I gave you exactly what you asked for, would you mind just doing this one or two extra things? Sometimes it's so much more valuable. I mean, just as a template example, if you're negotiating a thing where the guy asks you $50,000 to do something, and you're like, I'd rather pay him 40. I think he'd take 42, 44. You're like, let me ask you, if I gave you the 50,000, would you mind, in your head, maybe there's a couple other things that you value as an extra 10,000. If I gave you the 50,000 exactly how you asked me for, exactly what you asked me for, would you mind doing these couple extra things and include that in that price? So now maybe we're going to get, instead of getting the deal for 42,000, you got an extra 20,000 in goodies instead of an $8,000 discount. Would you rather have 20,000 in goodies or an $8,000 discount? Yeah, I mean, things like that happen all the time. I do this all the time with people when they're fixated on price, and I know money is important to them. My brain immediately starts shifting and be like, all right, what else? Where are the other potential things that?
And look, and long term.
Yeah,
my brain goes to long term. What can I do with this guy long term? I'll get the 8,000 back. If I can do business with this guy.
Sometimes I can't think of the 20,000 in goodies, and I'll do exactly what you just said.
Of course.
All right, I'm buying 8,000.
And I asked him, I said, well, if I do this, will you do business with me in the future? Will you give me a shot at it? Will you come to it? And if they say yes, that's worth something to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. So think about that. I think it's the best, loophole, or it's not a trick, it's not a loophole, but something to be aware of in negotiation. There's so much value to be created with that one little thing.